Hi guys, so welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do an unboxing of the iPhone 12 and a comparison to the previous iPhone 11. So let's get into it. Okay, first of all, you are going to see the difference in the packaging. This is your iPhone 11 and this is your iPhone 12 on the left hand side, and you would see that it's about half the size, and the reason for that is the iPhone 12 does not ship with the power adapter, and the lightning that's not shipping with the AirPods anymore. And yep, let's go into the unboxing itself. Let's take that off. Okay, so I do have the blue version. Very nice. Oh, there you go. It doesn't have the plastic that's usually over here. It's just a paper cover. Okay. I'm gonna take that off. And first thing you're gonna notice is that Apple went back to that square edges compared to the round edges of the iPhone 11s. These are round edges, and the iPhone 12 is now square edges, similar to the iPhone 4s back in the day. You have the USB-C to Lightning and some paperwork, and there's no power adapter anymore. And compared to your iPhone 11, that came with your power adapter and your Lightning to USB-A and your AirPods. I think, I understand the reasoning why Apple didn't ship the power adapter and the AirPods anymore. First of all, if you're a long-time Apple user, then you have a lot of the power adapters lying around in the house like this. I have a lot of these from my previous iPhones, and it does make sense that they don't ship it anymore because you could just reuse the same ones. In this case, I'm using the iPad charger that I have, which is twice faster. It's about 18 watts and about 2.4 amps. But this is like a very whimsical. It's only like, I think, 10 watts or less, and 1 amp of charging. And we don't normally use the AirPods anymore because users would much rather use the wireless. Nowadays I don't really see anybody using the wired AirPods anymore. So as you can see, this has the glass back, and there's only a few differences from the iPhone 11, and we're going to get that compared, get the comparison between the two. Yep, square edges versus the round edges. They're both glass backs, and okay, that's about it. And we're going to do a very quick comparison to the iPhone 11. Alright, so this is your iPhone 12. Put this aside. And there's only two major differences between the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 11. One is the processor, which is the A14 Bionic, versus the A13 in the Apple 11, the iPhone 11. So they came in four different iPhones. You've got the regular iPhone 12. You have the mini over here, and you have two sizes of the Pro. So you have that four different iPhone models, and one of the other differences is the display on the iPhone 12, which is an OLED display versus the LCD display on the 11. So it came in four colors. There's a green and a blue and red and regular colors. And this is the A14 that I was talking about. Dual camera for the regular iPhone 12s, and for the Pros you've got the 3 camera system plus the LiDAR. Okay, this talks about the night modes and better cameras. What else can I show here? Okay, so it mentioned something about Dolby Vision. Dolby Vision is only going to be found in the iPhone 12. It has something to do with the processor. The processor can access Dolby Vision filmmaking, and has to do a lot with the processor than it is with the cameras, because the cameras are the same essentially. Okay, and now we're going to go into one of the reasons why they did not include the power adapters. This is a new product for them. It's MagSafe, and MagSafe is just it's a case, it's a wallet, it's a cover, and it's also a wireless charger. So there you go, turbochargeable. So now they did not ship with the power adapter, and they are showing a new product for wireless charging, which is the MagSafe charging, and comes in a lot of colors and a lot of Apple wallets and all of that good stuff. What else is on here? Oh, there you go. Of course, since there's no AirPods anymore, they quickly showed you the AirPods, so you'd buy one of those instead. Okay, so that's kind of genius marketing, I guess. But if you are an Android user going into Apple, then you wouldn't have any of that power adapter or the headphones or earphones. But I think to each his own. They have their marketing strategy for it, and it's unfortunate for those Android users that's looking into going to Apple. Let's compare. All right, so you have the comparison between your iPhone 12 and your 11. A lot of you will be upgrading from the iPhone 8 models or iPhone 7 models to the iPhone 12. So that's a jump about 3 generations of iPhones. The iPhone 8 is still a good iPhone, in my opinion. They only stopped manufacturing those a few months back when iPhone SE came out. Okay, so the only differences that you would see between the iPhone 12 and 11 is iPhone 12 is 5G, and cameras are essentially the same. The A14 Bionic chip versus the A13, and supposedly it's a better glass for the iPhone 12 compared to the iPhone 11, and it's about better water resistance than the previous model. and the display. So the display, if you're coming off of an iPhone 11, it's going to be a much better display because of the OLED display and the contrast ratio. So contrast ratio is about 2 million to 1 compared to the 1400 to 1 on the iPhone 11 over here. And the pixel density is 460 compared to 326 on the iPhone 11. Other than that, it's essentially identical phone. So cameras would be the same. Video recording is essentially the same, except for that Dolby Vision filmmaking over here, which iPhone 11 doesn't have. It has something to do with the processor that can process the Dolby Vision filmmaking features. Front cameras and all of that is going to be the same essentially. So yeah, so if you're jumping from iPhone 11 to iPhone 12, there's not a lot of difference between the two. There's not a lot of difference between the two except for the processor and the LCD display to the OLED display. And if you want better processing, then you go ahead and do it that way. One of the reasons why you would get into the iPhone 12 is, a lot of the carriers have very good trade-in programs. So if your carrier have a trade-in program for the iPhone 8 that will give you credits, then just go ahead and do that. It's a better value than trading in an iPhone 11. So what else is here? Okay, so comparison between iPhone 12 and 11. The Geekbench scoring hasn't come out yet, but A14 is a much faster, a little bit faster processor than the A13. A13 is already a very fast mobile processor for any smartphone. The only thing that you would see again here is the processor, the OLED display. They both have 4 gigs of RAM, and that's about it. It's not a lot else that can be shown on here. Okay, so alright, so what I'm going to do, I am going to back up my restore a backup from my iMac to this phone. So it's going to be an identical phone from my iPhone 11. Alright, and we'll see how that works out. Alright, it's asking for a Face ID. Okay. Okay. So it is gonna take a very long time to transfer data from iPhone to iPhone. So you might want to just transfer it from your Mac, so it's easier. So restore from a Mac. Connect to a Mac. Alright, and we'll see how fast that is. So while that is updating, it needs to update the software before you're able to put in your data back inside there. I did see Samsung trying to make fun at iPhone, Apple itself for not shipping the power adapters. So they put this ad out that a Qualcomm 3 super fast charger is included in any Galaxy phone. So they put that out there. It's a USB-C charger. Yeah, Samsung and Apple are just back at it with each other, which is, that's normal for any two competing organizations. So there you have it. Took about 2.5 hours to transfer all my data from the 11 to the 12. So I don't think I chose a good case because the fingerprints is already all over the case in the back. But it feels a tad bit snappier, and the screen is a bit brighter too because of the OLED display. So other than that, that's it. That's your iPhone 12. All right. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post that in here, and I'll try to answer it the best that I can. I don't have any metrics on how fast or the difference of the processors on it, but it feels a tad snappier, this iPhone 12, than the 11. And that is the LiDAR flashing right there. Right there. Okay. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys.